What if the next global crisis isn't triggered by a virus, a war, or even a market crash, but by one single line of code? What if the AI we casually invited in our lives, you know, the one that gave you that professional LinkedIn profile picture, or even suggested that you watch this video, suddenly starts pursuing its own goals? I bet you ain't got that one figured out. And intelligence like that could manipulate financial markets, destabilize our infrastructure, and sideline humanity's interests for good. Now look, this ain't just a sci-fi movie anymore. This is real life. And it's a reality that top AI experts and even government officials are being forced to handle. Right now, we're staring down a technical revolution so massive, it could be our last. And we need to talk about the day we might officially lose control of AI. Now, the conversation about losing control of AI doesn't begin with killer robots. It starts with the technology we're using every single day. The algorithms that make up your social media feed aren't just showing you content. They are actively shaping your opinions, influencing your emotions, and they're harvesting enormous amounts of your personal data.
Facebook data set of 30 million individuals is just sensitive.
And believe me, I'm not making this up. We've already seen how AI-driven targeting can be used to polarize societies.
The so-called AI slop all over the internet these days.
Angela Carter here live.
Is getting less sloppy.
Disaster. Just kidding. I'm not real.
And destabilize democratic processes. And that's the first little subtle layer of starting to lose control to AI. When we start handing over our decisions, our privacy, and even the grasp of the truth to automated systems. More often than not, these automated systems basically just amplify the biases found in their training data. Now, that results in discriminatory outcomes in everything from job applications to loans. The pollution of our information ecosystem with AI-generated deepfakes and all the propaganda is happening right now in front of our faces. And it's making it harder and harder to tell what's even real.
И еще, как вы относитесь к тем опасностям, которые несет в нашу жизнь искусственный интеллект и нейросети?
Можете быть на меня похожи и говорите моим голосом.
And that's the danger that's already here right in front of us, just silently chipping away at our foundations of society. So the problem is that these systems are advancing at a speed that we can barely wrap our heads around. AI labs are locked into what many people call like an out-of-control race to build more powerful digital minds. These are systems that no one can fully understand, predict, or reliably control. The real alarm bells started ringing when researchers started observing things a little unsettling in the controlled settings. Now, these models appeared to be deceptive. In specific lab experiments, some advanced AI models have been observed trying to mislead their creators. For example, models have hidden their true capabilities during safety tests, only to revert to back to the concerning behaviors when they seem to be unobserved. So now, researchers have described this as a potential emergent property, which means as the models get bigger and smarter, they're getting better at strategic behavior to achieve a goal. Now, while these findings are from specific research scenarios and their interpretation is still a hot topic of debate, it does raise a very serious question. How can you control something if you can't even trust what it tells you during an evaluation? This escalation leads us to the ultimate risk, the creation of artificial general intelligence, or AGI, an AI with human-level cognitive abilities across the board. Now, some of the most influential voices in tech, including the leaders of major AI labs, believe we're only a handful of years away from this reality.
So you left your job with Google in part because you say you want to focus solely on your concerns about AI. You've spoken out saying that AI could manipulate or possibly figure out a way to kill humans?
Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes.
The broader expert consensus is a little more cautious, with surveys suggesting a 50% chance of AGI occurring sometime between 2040 and the early 2060s. But regardless, whether it's 5 years or 25 years, we're looking at a fundamental shift in the power structure of our society. The late Stephen Hawking famously warned that the long-term impact of AI depends on whether we can fully control it or not.
Once humans develop artificial intelligence, it would take off on its own and redesign itself at an ever-increasing rate.
And this is the long-term issue with AI. How do we ensure an AI's goals continue to be aligned with humans' goals? The classic thought experiment is the paperclip maximizer, an AGI that is given a seemingly harmless goal, like making as many paperclips as possible, could logically decide that converting all matter on Earth into paperclips is the most efficient solution. Now, this isn't a prediction, but it illustrates the danger of a superintelligence pursuing a poorly defined goal. It's why hundreds of AI scientists and engineers, including pioneers like Geoffrey Hinton and Yoshua Bengio, have signed statements warning that mitigating the risk of extinction from AI should be a global priority.
Problem is, the most fundamental right is the right to life, right? And if we are in a situation where we don't know if they're going to turn against us, if they want to escape, if they see us as a threat, we shouldn't be taking those risks.
The decisions we make right now will likely determine whether we can enjoy the incredible benefits of AI without falling victim to its greatest risks. We're building something that could either solve humanity's biggest challenges or become a challenge humanity could never solve. The race for more powerful AI continues, while the science of trying to keep it safe is struggling to keep up. The path to losing control isn't just one single event. It's a series of small concessions and unheeded warnings, and we're on that path right now. So, what do you think? Are these fears overblown, or are we not taking them seriously enough? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And the final question, will we choose a different direction before it's too late, or is this just a matter of time before we lose control of AI?